Hey everybody, it's Maria. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is having a good day, a good week, a good year. This is 6 weeks since my 2 surgeries on my hand, and I am improving, still doing OT and getting there, but it's still popping, so I can't play my stringed instruments so well at this point. But this is why this is exciting, because a company called Synido, I've heard a million ways of saying it. Well, not a million. I've heard several videos, and it's Synido, Synido, Synido. No one still seems to have the perfect and only way to pronounce this company's name. So I really hope they can let me know. I've been asking. Just tell me phonetically how to say it. So for now, for this video, I guess we'll call it Synido. Okay, let's see what it is. So they were so kind, they reached out to me and said, would you like to unbox this new type of MIDI controller? And of course I said, sure, especially that I haven't really been playing too many, you know, I've been starting with the baritone ukulele, let's put it that way. Wow, it's a lot bigger than I thought it was. I wasn't even sure if this was the correct item when it came, but I thought I wasn't expecting any other packages, so this must be it. And it is. It's the Tempo Pad MIDI controller. I unboxed a smaller version. I'll link it so you can check it out if you would like. But this is actually a really cool large version with lots of buttons and lights. So let's get this opened. Synido. Let's go with that. I unboxed an audio interface by them. Actually worked really well. And you could put it right to your iPad without any power hub, which was very cool because I have an old version iPad, 2017, and that worked really well. They've been known for their purple and orange equipment and plugs. So let's see what color this is. Very colorful. Okay. Let's open it up. I'll look at the instructions and try to make some music with it. Remember, MIDI controllers don't make music in and of themselves. You need a source, and I'll show you how to do that. Very well packaged, and I like that right there, it gives you some possible setups, okay, to your computer, to a synthesizer, very cool, and to an iPhone, iPad. Ooh, this is exciting. Comes with a purple case, purple and orange. Look at that, no bigger than like my iPad case. That's great. So I'm happy that even though it came in a fairly large box, it's pretty portable. Nice neoprene, I guess is what they call it. Synido. On the back. Ooh, a manual. Yes, it's in a lot of different languages, but there is a hefty amount that is in English. Wow, that's a lot. Really, half the manual is in English, so the rest looks like it might be Chinese. Orange plug. This is your USB-C to USB plug. And this is your MIDI plug to an 1/8 inch MIDI plug, which some of these newer synthesizers have. Think of if I have any that have that. And also, oh, that's nice. So a USB to USB-C adapter in case your equipment, like your iPad, I don't have a newer iPad, but some have the USB-C. And my computer does have that. So that's very handy. All right, so that's what's in the box, including, of course, this baby, which we have to take out. So let me just put this aside. All right. I'll put all this in the bag for now. Let's take it out. Nice. It's not heavy that I can't lift it even with my bad hands, but it's got a nice weight to it. It doesn't feel cheap. I like it. It's got these rubber on the bottom. I'll show you up close. This way it doesn't slide all over, you know, if you put it on the table. That's what it looks like. Looks like it might have some lights. I love lights. It's got something here. And it's got all these pads, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 by 8, what is that, 64, right? So 64 pads. And up and down. Mood. Easy. Drum. Key. User. Custom. Octave. Transpose. Velocity, which is how loud it is. Untouch. Light, I guess if you want the lights on or off. MMC, I believe this is some kind of MIDI. Stop, play, and record. So you should be able to control whatever you use, like a synthesizer, computer, or iPad, or iPhone with this. So you have to map it. I think that's what this is, like a MIDI mapping, I believe. So I have my homework to do. On the back, there's your MIDI out. That's what I was talking about. Some instruments and equipment use the 1/8" MIDI out, so that odd looking one goes to a MIDI adapter, a MIDI cable, which I'll show you. USB-C. This is another USB-C, but it's for power. So I'm not sure if it's bus powered, meaning we'll have to see if when we plug this into the computer it might work, but maybe with an iPad you might need a battery brick. And some iLock thing, I don't think we have to worry about that. And then the name Synido. And that is it. That's it for the, where you hook it up. Oh, and on the side, on off. Oh good, I'm glad there's an on off switch. I don't really like the ones where you just unplug. I don't know, just never seems right to me. So let's see how it fits in this case. Looks a little bigger than the case. Let me take everything out. I'm sure it stretches. Oh, look at that, fits beautifully. Look at that, nice and lightweight. Okay, so you probably could use this with an iPad and you're really not taking up much space if you were traveling with it in a small case. A bigger pocketbook, but a smaller, like, you don't even need a computer case for this. I mean, I'll show you what my iPad looks like. You know what? I could put the iPad with it if I wanted to, but then I wouldn't have a place for the things you need. But if in a pinch you needed to take it, it actually does fit because neoprene is stretchy. See? So what I would probably do is just leave my iPad in its own little case, because in the iPad case that I have, it has enough space for the cords, and it might even fit the cords for here because it's like an outside case. So that's it for the unboxing. It's not much in that way, so it's all about what this can do when you put it to your iPad, your iPhone, or a synthesizer. So let me get cracking, read the instructions, and I will get back to you with some music. Hey everybody, it's Maria again. I just wanted to tell you that I'm going to break this video into 3 parts. You saw the unboxing. Now I'm just going to show you different ways you can use this little MIDI interface, and then I'll show you how you can record with it and a little piece that I made and maybe we'll make together. So at this point, I'm going to show you really step by step how I've connected it to my Mac. So just for the demonstration of this video, I'm going to an amp and I'm using the headphone out because I'm not using an audio interface at the moment. So in headphone out to this little amp. Of course, you would use an audio interface and you would get, better results as far as the sound. But I just want to be able to talk and be able to let you hear the music as well and what you can do. So that's why I'm doing it this way. So next thing you're going to do is you're going to take the orange cable, and if your computer is like mine that has a USB-C, you're going to put this little adapter onto it so that you can use it. This is just a USB cable, and you have the little adapter. And now you're going to put it into your Mac. As soon as you do, it should turn on. Why isn't it? Let's make sure. Oh, it's not clicked in. Yeah, there we go. You have to really click it in. So there it is. It's now on. And you can see that the Synido or Synido, I've heard variations of this, lights up. You can, I think you can get rid of that. I forget how they said it. I saw it on a video. Anyway, you'll have to look in the manual. There is a manual where you can get rid of that if you don't want it, but I like it, so why would I get rid of it? So right now I'm in key mode, which is the mode where you play the instrument. I'm going to put it down so you can see it. Okay. And you won't hear any sound yet because it has to be connected to a sound source. And in this case, I'm going to use Logic Pro X. So I'm going to pull it up right now, and I'm just literally going to start a new project, and I'm going to choose software instrument. Okay. And it automatically found this MIDI controller, which was great. And as soon as I hit a key, it should sound like a piano, which is the default synth that comes up. You see that? So that's awesome. It came up, and you could see it's velocity sensitive. I could play very softly, and you can see the lights are changing as well. You can change those lights by hitting mood and then the up and down arrows. So now the lights will change. See, it's different, and I'll do it again. Now it's this thing. I like the other one. I like that one, where it comes up. Reminds me of a video game. When I was young, I loved Galaga and all those Space Invaders. That's what it reminds me of. So now the keys are such where it's supposed to be like a keyboard. So you would have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So it starts on the root C and ends on C. So it goes from C to C, and the next row would be the black keys. And where you don't see a black key means that there's no black key on a piano. It goes straight from E to F and from B to C, and that's why it's shaped like this. So let's look at it. Let's start in the middle here. So this is an octave higher. See, C, 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 and that's an octave higher. So C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, because there's no F, E sharp. So F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C. Again, no B sharp, B, C, and that's why there. So it kind of helps you find your way around this if you know a regular piano keyboard. And there are a lot of apps if you don't have a piano where you can see the layout of it as a piano. And then again, you have another octave, so it keeps going up. You can also change octaves, so if you didn't want this to be your lowest key, you can change it and make it higher. Now, I'm going to go over this with the iPad, because I did find that with the iPad, even the transport controls work. So these are not mapped yet. So I'm not even going to bother trying certain things like transpose an octave, because there's a lot to this keyboard, this controller, and there's a lot to understanding how to hook it up and make it function. And it's going to be more than this scope of this video. I actually haven't seen too many videos that go into the app, and I will as well, that comes with it. For this portion of the video, just know that I'm just using Logic with right now a simple piano, but I can change it. For example, I'm going to change it to Alchemy, which is comes free now with Logic. It used to be its own program for the iPad I started with, and I'm just going to pick anything. I just chose something. So you can even have arpeggiated and play it. Pick a different sound. Let's pick one that's not arpeggiated. Let's pick maybe a pad. So let's look pad, analog, ambient, simple. And then we'll pick one. That's nice. Again, velocity sensitive. You can play chords. Very cool. So you can do that. What else can you do? And then you could build a song, because you can also do the drums. So I'm just going to pick a drum soft synth from Logic and then show you the drum mode. This is the key mode. We're going to go over to drum mode, and it looks different. See, it's definitely, oh, this is in the way. I'll put it like that. Okay, so you can see it's a little different. It's grouped into 4 different boxes. So let's change this. Well, let's just add some drums, okay? And we're gonna find drums. Okay, so now I picked a drum kit. I just went into Ultrabeat, which is a soft synth available in Logic. And you can see it's the 4 squares representing different parts of your drum kit. And in Ultrabeat, you can add anything. This happens to be the beginning of the bass. And it goes here, and it keeps going up octaves. So that's the bass, and this is your drum kit where you would actually play. I'm not a great finger drummer, but I'll just show you a little something we can make very quickly. And then we can loop it. And it should sound a little bit like a drum kit. And you can play the bass over it. I don't like that bass. It's too loud, but you can see you could add different things to it. So let's add just a little hi-hat. We can do that. And you can do it right over the one you recorded. And I can take off the metronome now. And then you can have a hi-hat. Okay, and then you could, if you want to go back to your pad, now you can go to the key mode again, and now you can actually play something over that, like this. And then you've recorded that, and you just keep building up your tracks that way. Not going to win any Grammys, but just to show you how you do this. Now you can also go into other modes, and I created a custom light mode. So if you can look over here, see this is lights, it's red and green. I actually did a few user runs, which is not showing up now because it's actually in the program you have to download for this controller. So I'm going to show you that program now. So this is the app. I've chosen easy mode, which I find not that easy, but it's not as complicated as the custom mode. And it corresponds to here. Okay, there's music editing, lighting, and quick slice. I've already spent some time with this and added a whole bunch of music and even some lights. So let's go to the lighting. Okay, right here you can do free draw like this, where you can just do crazy things, and watch when I preview it. It does exactly what I just did. And you can have it go more quickly. This is on slow, so I'll show you on fast what it looks like. So now fast, boom, okay? Let's go back to slow. And you can save patterns, that you might want to recall at a later time, or you can go to simple patterns, which is something that they have here. See, simple, and now preview it, looks like this. So very cool. So you have a whole bunch of choices here, a whole bunch of lighting choices as well, color choices that is. And you can even import lights here. So now going back to home, okay, I'm gonna play, and it should correspond. Yep, see the lights? Okay, so you press 1 and you get the lights. Okay, and you can choose the colors that you want. I did like a rainbow of colors. And these are literally just random waves that I put on here. You can play whole songs that you've imported. There doesn't seem to be any time, you know, that you'll get cut off. Or you can slice them so that they play across the keys, like this one.
2006. The Italian Days of the Week song.
And then you could play each slice like a drum or a clip. Like Launchpad, I suppose. And Ableton users might be very familiar with something like this. So that's really cool, and they're all here. And I could just press it here.
Happy anniversary to both of you.
And that happens to be my mom. And she was alive. And then you can add other things while that's happening.
2006, crunching on cereal.
That's very cool. And a lot of possibilities if you want to play around with this app. And I'm sure they'll be updating it as viewers who use this, give them some ideas of what they would like, preferences and stuff. All right, now we're going to go to the iPad.